Somebody check the temperature of hell because Disney just made a non woke, family friendly film with a positive black male character. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, and in this video, I am going to give you my review of the recently released Haunted Mansion movie from Disney. Now, it actually releases on the 28th, but your girl got to see it on the 27th. I actually went down to Disney Springs to go see it because your girl is such a huge Haunted Mansion fan. And I have to tell you, overall, this movie did not disappoint. But before I get into some more about this film and give you my non spoiler review, please do your girl a favor, hit that subscribe button. And then once you do, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified when your girl has hot, fresh content for you to enjoy. So, with that said, come along with me, foolish mortals, and we will review this film. So, in the Haunted Mansion film, the 2023 version, not the Eddie Murphy version from like 20 some odd years ago, you got a single mom named Gabby, played by Rosario Dawson, who hires a tour guide, a psychic, a priest, and a historian. The tour guide is played by Lakeith Stanfield, who is amazing in this. If you ever have seen a little movie on Netflix called The Harder They Fall, Lakeith Stanfield played Cherokee Bill. Awesome performance. So love seeing him in this. The psychic played by Tiffany Haddish, too darn funny. You've got the priest played by Owen Wilson. Gabby's son is Travis, played by the very talented young man Chase Dillon. So, with this motley crew of characters, eventually they all wind up at this haunted mansion out in, I would say, not too far from New Orleans. It's definitely in the bayou and it's definitely that creepy vibe and definitely based on the Disneyland version of Haunted Mansion. So the house is haunted by all of these ghosts, like tons of ghosts, like a crazy amount of ghosts. If you've been on the attraction in Disney World or Disneyland, you know there's 999 haunts up in that mansion. It's got to be a little crowded, right? But these are your garden variety ghosts just hanging out in the house, doing poltergeist type ish. But there's something that's troubling them. There's some kind of secret going on as to why these ghosts are all stuck there and just engaging in all kinds of devilment and whatnot. But it turns out that there's a ghost that is not so nice and very, very, very malevolent, played by Jared Leto. Very well played. So many laughs ensue in this movie. You also have some touching emotional moments as as well. Ben, who is your main character, played by Lakeith Stanfield, he is having an emotional crisis. And you find out in this film just what that emotional crisis is. And there's so many emotional moments in this movie of just being real when it comes to grief and it comes to loss and it comes to connecting with uh with other people, and a heck of a lot of funny ass jokes that go in there as well. Danny DeVito is in this as as the historian. This whole ensemble cast is a treat to watch. The end of this movie is extremely satisfying. No, there are no end credit scenes. The ending is absolutely perfect, and you actually leave this film with a very good feeling. And I can't say when I've had that happen for a Disney movie. It's kind of weird. So let's talk about what I liked in this film. Number one, all the callbacks to the Haunted Mansion attraction, both of them. The one that is in Disneyland, which is based on a New Orleans plantation house. That's how they have it out there at Disneyland. Everything down from seeing Jackson Square in New Orleans, which is your girl has ancestry from New Orleans. Jackson Square is actually where my fifth grade grandparents got married. Donato Bello and Suzanne Moreau. So that was really, really cool to see. You see all the bayou, you see, the lanes across Lake Pontchartrain. I mean, it just, ugh. In addition to that, with the setting, everything from the wallpaper to the library that has those ghost busts that are in there, the patterns on the wall, the fireplace, just the room where it looks like it's the stretching room, to the portraits of the duelers, to the endless hallways with the haunted candelabras. We even have a Constance showing, and Constance is no joke. There's so many. I can't even put my finger on all of the Haunted Mansion callbacks to the attractions that are in this film. Unlike with the Eddie Murphy version, this version recreates it. You feel like you are in the attraction if you've been in it. If you haven't been in it, you're going to feel like you were. But not only the Disneyland version were there callbacks to, there were also callbacks to the version that is in Disney World. Disneyland is has a New Orleans plantation house, like I said. In Florida, it looks more like a mansion in like upstate, like right outside of New York, very, very stately mansion. And that is the one that is that's in Disney World in Florida. So keep an eye out for it. You will know it when you see it. The ghost effects in this are amazing. When you first spot Master Gracie in his ghost state, that's rendered, just it's just fabulous. You see the other ghosts that are around. You also see the portraits as well. Remember the portraits. They do a great job with those. But the best ghost job that they do is with the malevolent ghost, Jared Leto's character. He is, when you see him, you automatically know this is a nasty, nasty ghost. And not quite sure how they're going to get rid of him, but did an excellent job with the ghost. Also, the cast itself. This is truly an ensemble film. While you have, Lakeith Stanfield as the major character, you have him and you have Rosario Dawson, but it's the cast that makes it all work. With Jamie Lee Curtis as Madame Leota, all of it works together. And another strength of this film, everyone's got their part to play. There are no extraneous characters in this. Did I mention you're also going to see sightings of Zatarain's Creole seasoning? Yeah, you're gonna see that too. Another thing that I liked about this film is the very positive depiction of Black men. Now, with Travis, who is the boy, who is Gabby's son, when you see him, he's got this tent, and they only feel safe in the library that eventually looks like the stretching room. But anyway, he's got his action figures out there, and the one action figure that is guarding his tent, and it's bigger than all the others, is T'Challa as Black Panther. Yeah. And you see shots of, the T'Challa figure prominently throughout this film. Travis, he feels like an outcast at school. He's not really making any friends. His father's, not around. It breaks his mom's heart, and the fact that they're stuck in this haunted house, she's all about trying to protect her son. She forms a very good friendship, yet attraction. Can't miss that, with Ben, who steps in as like a paternal father figure to Travis. He, even though he tries, he's like, I don't know if I really want to help, even though Gabby gave him $10,000 to do it, to rid the house of ghosts. He just develops this relationship with Travis, and when he sees how desperate and determined Travis's mother is to protect him, Ben's like, okay, all right, I'll come out there and I'll help. But his character throughout this whole thing, he's not treated as an idiot. He's not cucked or anything. He's not effeminate. When everybody runs into the room at the stroke of midnight to be safe, Ben is the one who gets his stuff together and goes out to see exactly what is going on. And he is the protector in this. And it is wonderful to see. I can't even believe this is coming out of Disney. I'm shocked. So let's talk about what I didn't like. Now, your girl is a horror aficionado. I love the psychological horror, the specters, the ghosts, and everything. But I wish there was a bit more of a horror edge to it. Now, I will tell you, there were a couple of jump scares in this, which they didn't have in the Eddie Murphy version. But I was kind of hoping to see a little blood, especially Constance, who goes ham in this movie, literally. I would have liked to have seen some blood on the axe that Constance used to decapitate her husbands. I'm just saying, that's just me. It's Disney, it's a PG-13 movie. They probably didn't want to show that, but I would have liked to have seen it for real. Another thing that I did not like is the simplicity of the plot. The plot was pretty paper thin. You could pretty much guess what was going to happen. It was I wish the plot had a bit more meat to it. It did have a big emotional punch, an emotional payoff, which I will give them credit for that. There's just something that feels really lightweight about this film with its plot. However, if I think back to the Disney movies of the 90s, live action, we'll go back to that. They didn't really have very heavy plots, but you know what the main plot was? just fun. It didn't take itself super seriously, and it was just there to entertain. And that is exactly what this movie, Haunted Mansion, is all about. There is no wokeness, no activist entertainment. It's just a story about a haunted house, a mom trying to protect her son, and a man who is somehow looking for redemption in his life, along with a motley crew of characters to make everything funny, yet interesting, yet lighthearted, but also feels human. What more can you ask for? So, overall, this movie, great family fare. My unbiased opinion or unbiased score, I would say, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It has rewatchability. Some rewatchability, I would say, definitely around, Halloween, which it's probably going to come out on Disney Plus around Halloween. And when you see the film, you'll see what I'm talking about. My biased review, I would give it an 8 out of 10, just because I'm a huge, huge, huge Haunted Mansion fan. And watching that movie is like going through that ride over and over and over again. It actually respects the Haunted Mansion lore. And that's really what we fans want, you know? Especially seeing Constance. Constance, the paintings, the clock that strikes 13. This is the kind of stuff that we want to see. Even the creepy ass organ music that plays. And the ghosts in the graveyard too. All right, folks. So that is going to wrap it up for this review of the Haunted Mansion film that premiered July 27th. Well, preview July 27th. Let me know in the comments what you think about the film. If you've seen it, do you think that it's a film that's worth going to check out? If you're a Haunted Mansion fan, what do you think about the film? I would absolutely love to hear from you about that. So, folks, if you got some value from this video, please do hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you next time. Bye. And make sure a ghost doesn't follow you home. No, no, no. No! No!